Minutes, we'll be entertaining your wonderful announcements. All right. Not yet. Yeah, Moore, she's in there. I'll get her first. Council Lady Moore, you're on.
Thank you, Chair. I was trying to get organized here. Had a couple announcements and wanted to share with the viewing audience as well as District 17. I want to announce that the Nashville City Cemetery Association is having their 14th annual Memorial Day Dash, and it's a 5K run, and it's on be held Monday, May 30th. And if you are needing more information, you can call 269-6440. Again, this is the Nashville City Cemetery Association's 14th Annual Memorial Day Dash 5K, Monday, May 30th. So please come out. You won't disturb anybody while you're running. The other announcement is that on Saturday, May 14th, I normally have my District 17 community meeting. It'll be held from 8 to 9:30 a.m. at the Church of Scientology and Celebrity Center. Again, it's Saturday, May 14th from 8 to 9:30 a.m. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Council Lady Moore. Councilman Tygart.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I'm going to ask my friend and Vanderbilt supporter, Councilman Stein, to help me. Last year, Vanderbilt went to Knoxville, and I was presented with this broom after UT swept Vanderbilt. But this year, based on the scores that are recorded there, I thought us Vanderbilt fans would reward Councilman Garrett and remind him of UT's great accomplishments this weekend, scoring a total of 5 runs against the number 3 ranked Commodores. So, Tim, payback is tough, but if anyone deserves it, you do.
You want to respond to that, Councilman? Which button?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr.
Chairman, I appreciate him even thinking to be, and you know, there's always next year.
Well, it sure a big difference in those brooms. Are there any other announcements? Council Lady Moore.
I just want to add 2 more announcements. Again, I don't know how many of you all have visited the Nashville City Cemetery, but it's a wonderful place just to visit and just to see, you know, the historical perspective of it. But they do have a lot of activities that are ongoing for the month of May. They're going to do the Masters Gardeners Tour that we held May 14th as well. Then they're going to, on May 21st, they're going to have a cleanup day with Hands On Nashville. And as I mentioned before, the Memorial Day 5K run will be held there as well. So if you want to volunteer or just take a stroll through our historical Nashville City Cemetery, please do so. Again, thank you, Chair.
And thank you, Council Lady Moore. Council Lady Wilhoit.
Yes, thank you, Chairman Hunt. I appreciate you announcing me. I want to first send up our condolences to the family of Mr. Will D. Bill Drew Jr. Today was his celebration of homegoing. He is the husband of Miss Brenda Drew, who is also one of my constituents in District 29. Lots of memories has been left by Mr. Drew, and I would like to just also say to the viewing audience that like many leaders similar to Mr. Drew, he has definitely left a legacy on this great earth. One of the things that we know of Mr. Drew is that he was the first African American in the nation to head a state agency by being appointed the executive director for the Tennessee Commission on Aging. And I do believe that it was not by chance that he was the candidate for this position at the assistance of Dr. Matthew Walker, who is also another great legacy and former educator at Meharry Medical College and a commissioning board of the Office of Aging at that time. And none of these events, as I know during that time of Mr. Drew's earthly life, were by chance. They definitely was by the divine order. And I just appreciate leaders like Mr. Drew, who has paved the way for people like myself and others to be able to follow in his footsteps. I just appreciate him softening the hearts of and revealing the truth to those that believe that the color of your skin is the indicator of what you can do or cannot do. Mr. Drew definitely was a trailblazer. He definitely was a door opener. So I ask that you be in prayer for his family, Miss Brenda Drew, and the Drew family, and of course we will go forward in continuing the legacy and serving in his footsteps. Thank you, Mr. Bill Drew, for all that you've done for us. I want to also announce in District 29, the Nashville Adult Literacy Council is offering citizenship classes to prepare for passing the test. Now, this is free according to the Nashville Adult Literacy Council, and there are a number of places where you can register and, of course, take the course. You will find this information that's going to be on my blog, but I do want to lift up the one particular day in the Southeast Davidson area. The National Adult Literacy Council's office is on 325 Rural Hill Road in Suite 2, and on May 6th at 10 a.m. you can register. You can register to prepare for passing the test to become a citizen of this great United States. For information, you can contact Mrs. Patty Schwartzbog at 615-891-7685. I just lifted up one date of May 6th, but there's going to also be the date of May 10th at Christ Lutheran Church, and May 12th at St. Luke's Community House, and May 23rd at the Cone Adult Learning Center, and on May 25th at St. Edward's Catholic Church. So there is an array of locations that you can go to in order to sign up or for trying to pass the test to become a citizen of this great United States. And thank you for the time for announcing that information. And now for also something that my district and of course areas in the nearby area look forward to is our neighborhood, the Great American Green Cleanup. It is going to be held May the 14th. Now the location is still a little problematic at this time. Normally it has been always, we've been honored with the blessing of the location of the Smith Springs Church of Christ. Unfortunately, that church was impacted by one of the recent storms, along with the Priest Lake Presbyterian Church. However, it has not been canceled out where it may not be there. We still have some time, but I do want to put the viewing audience on notice that May 14th, we will be having our Great American Green Cleanup, and it will be held from beginning at 7 that morning, with us coming together around noon as a fellowship and a fun time, and food, of course, and food and drinks will also be provided, and it will be a great time for everyone for us to come together. This is about, Chairman, our 8th year of having this event, and we've had so far close to 2 each year, so that's about 16. So we're really serious about being engaged in the community and being involved. So thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Council Lady Will Hoyt. Council Lady Langster.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just 2 brief announcements. I'd like to announce the first annual Tennis and Taco Festival. Yes, Tennis and Taco Festival. This is going to be at Hadley Park Tennis Center. It's going to be Saturday, May 7th at 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. All youth are encouraged to attend ages 5 through 18 with their families. The rationale behind this, the motivation behind this is to get kids moving and playing tennis, and to show how delivering tennis to the youth, it is a strong fight against childhood obesity, which we know that our President's First Lady, Mrs. Michelle Obama, is very much in favor and spearheading this against childhood obesity. Also, I would like to announce to all the residents who have not seen yet, the house at 2400 Buchanan has been demolished. Mr. Terry Cobb worked well and close with me on this, and the house is down. I've gotten hundreds of complaints on that house throughout the last 24 months, but as of last week, the house is demolished. Thank you, and I'd like to wish all mothers in the 21st District as well as in Davidson County a very, very happy Mother's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Council Lady Lancaster. Council Lady Evans.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have a community meeting scheduled for users of the Palmer Park in West Nashville in my district for May the 10th at 5:30 p.m. at Belmead City Hall. And we are going to hear from Mr. Tommy Lynch, Parks Director, about friends organizations and how they can work well with our parks. There is a group that's formed to support Palmer Park, and we want to make sure that their plans are well known by the community and they get the support that they need. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Council Lady Evans. Council Lady Wilhort, you got another one?
I just wanted to give just a status to the viewing audience, particularly in District 29. I want to let them know that I did speak before the Parks Board Committee today in regards to the establishing of an additional, purchasing land for an additional community center as we are continuing to be underserved out in Southeast Davidson, but to also to be looking to purchase land for an additional community center. Also, I pledged my public concerns that we must have a swimming pool at the proposed Antioch location, and we'll hope that the Parks Board will keep that in mind. But my focus was definitely on trying to get another community center to be established, and then finally to expand the greenways in Southeast Davidson, and I provide them with a particular location that they can be looking at in order to establish more open space where people can come together and of course enjoy the green environment of our community. So we're hoping that we can move forward with some of these items, but we definitely want to keep these things on the mindset of those who could make the difference and make those decisions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Council Lady Wilhort. Councilman Hodge, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This Thursday is the National Day of Prayer, and the main event for Nashville will be held at the Bridgestone Arena Plaza. Activities start at 11:30, and the main program starts at noon. Everyone is invited to come and pray for our nation. On Saturday, May 7th, in the southern end of the county, we will have a shred day. First 3 boxes are free, and also electronic turn-in, microwaves, computers, items of that nature, at no charge to the public. That will be held at the Super Walmart store on Nolensville Road, just south of Old Hickory Boulevard, across from Ace Hardware. And on May 14th, our Fairlane Neighborhood Park in District 30 is planning a cleanup day, and that is one of our newest neighborhood groups, and their rain date will be the 21st, and we'll have more details on that later. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Councilman Hodge. Councilman Dominique.
Thank you, Speaker. I just want to announce heads up for residents of District 28. There's a district-wide town hall meeting scheduled in June on the 18th. It's Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. It'll be at 2142 Antioch Pike at Antioch Church of Christ. We usually meet in the fellowship hall downstairs. But mark your calendar. Look forward to being there. We're going to discuss some of the budget concerns. We also may talk about some disaster preparedness and what we can do to be prepared in the event of another disaster during that meeting. But again, it's be on June the 18th, that's Saturday morning from 10 a.m. until noon at Antioch Church of Christ. Look forward to seeing everybody there. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominique. Councilman Dominique. Councilman Claiborne, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like for everyone to put Sunday afternoon, May the 22nd, on their calendar. That's from 2 to 5 that afternoon, Two Rivers Mansion on McGavock Pike in Donaldson. The newly formed Friends of Two Rivers Mansion will be hosting their first event. It'll be an open house. And we just finished with the Parks Board today a couple of final approvals that we need, so we now have the green flag and we're off and running. It's going to be a great afternoon, and May the 22nd, Sunday, 2 to 5 in the afternoon.
Thank you, Councilman Claiborne. Councilman Coleman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. You know, usually this time, Ms. Councilmate Wilhart has a student shadowing her all day. Well, I happen to have one shadowing me and this entire council, and that's her son, Furious Wilhart. He's back here looking at his mom and the council. So, would y'all give him a big round of applause? Thank you.
And thank you, and I understand he's an excellent football player. Thank you, Councilman Coleman. Are there any other announcements? Seeing none, the announcement hour is closed.